On the Dems for now. Now let's switch over to the MAGAs, okay? Because to a MAGA, everybody is, racist except them, all right? They're the people who will sit there and berate and castigate Democrats for being racist. But yet, you let someone who looks like me talk about racism, now all of a sudden, I'm playing the race card, okay? It's disingenuous, it's bullshit, and I'm tired of it. I won't have it from you at all. So... Good afternoon, folks. Welcome to another installation of KingCast Puppies. Puppies, politics, and actually, no motorsports today. We're going to shut it down and talk to you about no kings. Okay, so here's the deal. First, I'm going to discuss the hypocrisy of the Democrats, and then I'm going to discuss the hypocrisy of the Republicans, or the MAGAs, as they are the predominant force now in the Republican Party. I'm not in the field today. First of all, Mount Vernon, not a lot going on here. And, I'm not in the field anymore. I'm senior. I'm like lieutenant. I'm like, detective. I'm at the desk now, nigga. I've been in these streets 60 fucking years. Anyway, so let's get to what I'm talking about first. It's for you MAGAs out there who keep trying to put me in a certain camp. I'm going to disabuse you of that notion. And for you Dems who want to say that I'm the other way, I'm going to disabuse you of that notion. And I'm just going to talk about things that pertain to real people, real issues. I'm going to go with the Dems first. All right. This whole movement is important. No Kings is an important march. All right. But there's much more to it than that. And I suggest that part of what has to happen is we need to restore a soupçon of accountability and integrity in the Democratic Party, okay? Because here's what I see from them. Right here in Washington, the Liquor Cannabis Board, a bunch of smarmy Democrats have done more to eviscerate my First Amendment rights than any Republican has. The lawsuit that's pending right now with the Liquor Cannabis Board, how they, surreptitiously got in there with their clandestine meetings. They were found in violation of Public Records Act and 17 clandestine meetings. Then, next thing you know, you had Jenny Durkin and the feds when she was a federal prosecutor, the disgraced mayor of Seattle. They rolled in there and they were arbitrarily and capriciously and selectively persecuting blacks right out of the business in King County. That's why there are no stores left in King County that are black owned. Then they created this fabricated story about Sean Kemp Cannabis being black owned, which it is not. So, and I broke that story. Irrefutable, because of who I know and how I found out. People who used to ball with Sean Kemp told me that back in the day. I broke it with Joey Vicer. Look him up. All right, anyway, so there you have that bit. You have those guys, disingenuous as hell and being racist as hell, okay? And so that's my take on the Dems for now. Now let's switch over to the MAGAs, okay? Because to a MAGA, everybody is, racist except them, all right? They're the people who will sit there and berate and castigate Democrats for being racist. But yet, you let someone who looks like me talk about racism, now all of a sudden, I'm playing the race card. Okay? It's disingenuous. It's bullshit. And I'm tired of it. I won't have it from you at all. So, next story. Here's another point of conversation with the MAGAs, too. They're up there touting Pam Bondi. Who do you think was the AG during the time that Trump was doing all that, Freudian slip, that Epstein was doing all that stuff through Florida and all that to Epstein Island? Pam Bondi. Isn't that something? Isn't it now like 300 some days since the Epstein files were on her desk? And the other thing about Pam Bondi is I had to go to the post office earlier today, all right? And I was also got to go to the range. Okay, well, get this. If Pam Bondi had her way, I'd have to destrap just to go to the post office, all right? But she lost that case in Texas. I posted about that, one of my military videos with my people there, because they got their weapons taken from them, 105 firearms taken from them improperly and unlawfully and unconstitutionally at Fort Meade. Posted that the other day, okay? And I've got Democrats and Republicans ignoring them. That's right. Ossoff and the Reverend. They're all ignoring them. And so is Trump, okay? So, you can't put me in a corner. I'm not having it. Death to you. And I'm out. Having to walk the dog. Peace and integrity.